Hey there, guys. So I'm going to be continuing my reviews of the new Who episodes that you guys request on both Instagram and YouTube. Nobody's commented on YouTube yet. Make sure to do that. But I have a review, I have a request from both Clara Boswald and one artistastic underscore fangirl. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but they both requested that I do Doomsday, and since Doomsday is connected with Army of Ghosts, why not review them both? But before that, I found a strange button right here. I want to see what happens when I press it. Huh. I seem to be in a parallel universe. Well, let me get back before it's time for dinner. Okay, guys. I'm back again. Okay. Now it's time for the review of Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. Enjoy. Okay, guys. So, today we are reviewing Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, which was the Series 2 finale and the final episode. Well, not really final episode, because she comes back in the Series 4 finale, but kind of the last episode of her as a companion traveling with the Doctor on the TARDIS, Rose Tyler. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Series 2. Why? Well, because a lot of the episodes really, really sucked. I mean, they had New Earth. That wasn't awful. It was kind of entertaining and a little bit amusing for me. But I mean, it was still stupid. I mean, we got Cassandra again, or Cassandra, or however you pronounce it. But Cassandra, even though she got, Cassandra, we didn't get to see that much of the original actress play Cassandra. It was mostly just, her possessing, somebody, either Chip or Rose or the Doctor or one of the people that was infested with that one illness thingy mabobby. And they had freaking cat nuns. I mean, that was weird. And then there was Tooth and Claw. I didn't like that one. I thought it was kind of cliched. And also, it was so boring. So boring. Oh, God. And then there were some other pretty terrible episodes. The Idiot's Lantern, my third least favorite episode. 11 Monsters, my number one least favorite episode. And my second least favorite episode, Fear Her. Now, a lot of people argue that Fear Her was the worst and 11 Monsters was second worst. Personally, I thought 11 Monsters was only a tad bit worse. Because, I mean, come on. You're entitled to your opinion, but I mean, come on. They used a freaking 8-year-old's idea. But nonetheless, it had one of the best finales. I mean, the finale was just brilliant. And as much as I liked the finale before this, I think this one was better. First off, we get Army of Ghosts. This really wrapped up the mystery of Torchwood really, really, really well. Now, Torchwood, before they turned good and got their own series with Captain Jack Harkness, they were like a corrupt government agency, and they had all these different, really cool references to Torchwood throughout the entire season. And after all the references, the main plot point was Torchwood Institute. And I gotta say, they wrapped it up pretty well. And so, we also get to see the return of the Cybermen. One of the only times I've actually liked the new Who versions of the Cybermen. I personally prefer the Mondas Cybermen from the classic series. I was never a big fan. But here it really is good because the first episode starts out where we get these ghosts that are going around, and the Doctor doesn't know really what they are. And then at the very end, it's revealed that they are Cybermen, and that's a huge reveal. And then all of a sudden, the Daleks come, and it's just like, oh crap, you guys are in a crap load of trouble. You guys are surrounded by Daleks and Cybermen, and wow. And the episode really was great. Now, it's a bit of a melodrama, but unlike with Death in Heaven, I'll get to that review because it's been requested by actually a user on Instagram whose name is Death in Heaven. Yeah, I'll get to that review soon, eventually, after I get to the other reviews. Um, wow, is this a bad episode? Well, this is a great episode, but Death in Heaven was a terrible episode, in my opinion. My second least favorite finale, but I'll talk about that in another review. But both of these episodes, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, were really well done. And it's my third favorite finale. My second favorite finale is Name of the Doctor. And my favorite finale of all time is the Big Bang slash the Pandorica Opens. Well, actually, more so the Pandorica Opens slash the Big Bang. I love that finale. Great. Just really brilliant finale. But this is probably my third favorite finale. It was even better than the other one, as much as I like the other one. As I said, the other one, my only problem with it was that it felt too much. It didn't feel enough like it was a regeneration episode. And the regeneration was great, and the episode was great. But it didn't feel like a regeneration episode. But nonetheless, this episode is just brilliant. I mean, you got Torchwood. The Doctor has to face Torchwood and the Cybermen. And then all of a sudden, Mickey Smith comes back into the picture. And I'm not a big fan of the Doctor's love relationship with Rose Tyler. I'm not a big fan of that 10 Rose thing. Because I will say one thing I didn't like was how they kind of brought that in at the last minute, where Rose says, "I love you." Felt like they kind of just brought that in at the last minute just to make it more tragic. But nonetheless, it was tragic and realistic, and I really, really liked it. And it was just brilliant, just beautiful. And I mean, who could forget the scene where the Doctor goes up to the wall and is touching the wall, while Rose does the same thing in that alternate dimension. Now obviously there were rumors that Rose was actually was pregnant. That was probably not true. Um, but yeah, everybody thought Rose was pregnant because she said to the Doctor, "Oh, there's 5 of us now, including the baby." And then he's like, "You're not. No, it's Mom." And a lot of people conspiracize that it was actually Rose who was pregnant, but just didn't want to tell the Doctor. Um, I doubt the Doctor even had really sex with Rose, because the Doctor even said in School Reunion, "You can spend the rest of your life with me, but the rest of my life with you." And I think that's the only companion that I think the Doctor should be with is River, because River is a Time Lord, so she could be with him for the rest of her. Well, she's a half Time Lord, but she could be with him for the rest of like they could be together forever, pretty much, for the rest of their lives. But Rose can't really do that because she's just a human. But nonetheless, really, really great episode. The Cybermen and the Daleks fighting was just a brilliant idea. And then Torchwood gets into the mix. It's like there's a ton of crap just going the Doctor's way. And at the very end, when he looks around and the TARDIS is empty again, that was just heart-wrenching. And then at the very end, we get Donna, which led to the... Sorry to those who like this episode, but I hated the Runaway Bride. But nonetheless, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday were both equally great episodes, and I would give them both an easy 10 out of 10. Now, what other episode should I do? Please leave a comment below saying that. And I am out. Oh, and please don't get trapped in a, parallel universe. Thank you, and goodbye.